Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Wilson's Seahawks.
Larry, overcast skies, but knock on wood, no rain on the radar to speak of right now as we welcome you to CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Thomas rolls with his first carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Yeah, this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Seven yards to go on second down. In motion left goes a tight end. Second down, Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. but Denver's fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now it's Wilson. His throw incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that takes us from second to third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now here's Ross. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So the offense taking over in just a second. But, you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go 1, who would go 2, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in the second season, a lot of MVP talks around him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
Dalton throwing on second down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down, this is Rawls. Able to spin free and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The tight end changing his position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing again. Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now, that gives me a second to give a shout-out here, Charles, to Adrian Claiborne. He had 6 sacks against the Cowboys this last week.
Absolutely phenomenal performance. Now we're listing his name next to guys like Osi Umenyiora, Fred Dean, who's a Hall of Famer, and Derek Thomas, who's a Hall of Famer. I mean, we're talking about some of the all-time guys getting to the quarterback. 6 sacks. It also helped that Tyron Smith, the all-pro left tackle for the Cowboys, didn't play. Chaz Green tried to replace him, to no avail. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Wilson again to Rolls. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
There's Wilson to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Here's John Ryan now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play action here with Dalton. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I know I'm not giving up credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Lockett. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's got some space here. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They go again with Rawls. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And left side here, it's Graham. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Out of the pistol, it's Rawls. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the ground, Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Returning it, John Ross. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run here with Mixon. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Here's Dalton. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On second down, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. Got some room at the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll hand to Rawls. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Eluding the pressure right and avoids the contact by sliding. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. In motion is the tight end Graham. They give it to Rawls. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Geno Atkins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to air this out for... And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Lacey. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. 3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas rolls. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. And he knocks it through. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And that's complete to Croft. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Green will come in motion right. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Second down following the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Dalton wants to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Tempo. Check 50.
gun. Hold up. All right, Chris, team.
Saturday. Tempo. 19. What? Grenading! Bring it up. 36 power. Spot that. 19. 36 power. 19. Spread left, spread left.